Tonight, a wealthy investor who enjoys a peaceful life
This is my street right here. It's a beautiful place to live.
will now enter a city where murder occurs every single day.
I remember 6 shots. I mean, like, ta, 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 ta.
Why don't nobody care about me? Why don't nobody love me?
Definitely the land of the have-nots.
Wow, wow, wow.
For 6 days, he will leave his identity and possessions behind.
This ain't exactly the Ritz. I have, like, not even $10 a day to buy food.
In pursuit of people making a difference.
I want us to get back to the community, get back to the unity.
And reward them with a share of his own fortune.
Good things happen to good people.
After revealing himself as
There's one thing I left out.
Oh, my God.
the secret millionaire.
My name is Mark. I'm 61 years old. I live in San Diego, California, and I'm a real estate investor. I remember when I was about 13, 14 years old, I said one of my goals in my life is someday I'm going to get out of Wisconsin, I'm going to live in a warm climate, and I'm going to have a house on the beach. When I got out of college, I took my life savings, at that time was just $1,000, and I used it to buy a duplex. And over 30 years, I turned that duplex, that $1,000, into a multi-million dollar real estate empire. I not only have one house on the beach, I have 2 houses on the beach.
This is my street right here. Every house on this side of the street here faces the ocean. The real estate agents call it Billionaires Row. There are 8 billionaires out of 22 homes on this street. I'm the poorest guy on the block.
I'd say the most important things in my life would be my children, number one, without a doubt. Number two, I'd say, is health. I think as you get older, you realize that, hey, you know, the clock is ticking, we're not around forever. This is one of my favorite pictures. This is Marcia and I on our wedding day. I met Marcia during my junior year in college. We were married 28 years. I think we were together like 30 years, actually, but married 28. She had diabetes, and she had a lot of complications from her diabetes. After Marcia passed away, after moving to this house and realizing, okay, I'm single, you know, I don't need a gazillion dollars. How much money do I need? My kids are grown. And now I'm more into giving back. There's nothing better you can do, so I'm gonna give it away.
Mark will now leave his comfortable life behind to become the secret millionaire.
I'm excited. I just don't like to pack, that's all. Packing's the bad part.
For 6 days, Mark will be living anonymously in one of America's most desperate cities.
No credit cards, no money. I'm broke.
He will seek out people who are trying to make a difference in the community and reward them with a share of his wealth.
I feel a little bit nervous, a little bit excited. I'm just anxious to see where I'm going to be calling home for the next several days.
Mark's destination, Detroit, Michigan. Nicknamed the Motor City, Detroit was once a thriving hub of auto manufacturing, but the collapse of the industry devastated the town. Nearly 14% of the residents are unemployed, and crime has overtaken the area. With a murder committed every day, the Motor City is now the murder capital of the nation.
Where is the car? Whoa. I guess if I'm going to pretend like I'm poor, I guess I got to start with an old car. If I drove this car in San Diego, they'd throw me out of the neighborhood, probably. Wow, look at these houses. Unbelievable. Look at this. Look at the roof caving in on that thing. Looks like it's been vandalized. Windows broken. Wow. Wow, there's another one. Oh, my goodness.
There are approximately 75,000 vacant structures in Detroit, and property destruction has increased 42% since the start of the year.
I understand why they just bulldoze that stuff, tear it down. Almost every business around here is like closed down, boarded up. Seems like the only business that is open in this area are the liquor stores. And it looks like they're all busy. This is not my idea of prime real estate, I'll tell you that right now.
Mark will be staying in a typical one-bedroom house on the east side, an area with a reputation for drugs and gangs.
Wow. This ain't exactly the Ritz. This is pretty bad. It'd be nice if they changed the carpet once every 20 years. I think I saw something moving there. I'm amazed the city allows places like this to be even rented because it's obviously really ratty, it's falling apart. I'm not sure which is worse, the car or the house. I'd say the house is worse.
Mark will be living on $50, the equivalent of weekly welfare for a single man over 55 in Detroit.
So that means I have like not even $10 a day to buy food for. It's gonna be difficult. Bananas, 39 cents is the one banana. I went out and bought groceries tonight. I spent $28 of the 50, and I have stuff for several days. This is kind of different for me because I guess I have the luxury when I shop back in California, if I just see something, I throw it in the damn cart and buy it. What is this? Soul Food Cafe. Looks good, but I can't afford it. There we go. What is this? Maintain a neighborhood network. If you would like to see the neighbor put back in the hood to make a neighborhood, then contact Bishop Tony. Volunteers needed. Okay. We'll check that out. All right, let me put my groceries away. Right now I'm feeling tired, but I'm excited to be here. I need a good night's sleep. And then tomorrow when I wake up, hopefully I'll meet some people and find some good causes that I can get involved in, that I can get behind and give my time and ultimately perhaps give some money and make a difference in somebody's life. So our journey continues tomorrow. It's my second day here. I'm going to check out this Be a Man this morning, find out what this is. This might be a cause that maybe I can get involved in. Check it out.
The Man Network is a group of volunteers who patrol the neighborhood to prevent crimes.
I want us to get back to the village. Get back to the community. Get back to the unity that we all want. When everybody, every adult in the world looked out for kids. There was no violence, no harm came to kids. And so that's what I want the world to get back to, looking out for one another and loving one another.
Yeah, working together.
Yes.
And I think that's a great thing.
Bishop Tony and his wife Valerie have run the organization for the past 3 years.
Are you Bishop Tony Russell?
Yeah.
My name's Mark.
Mark, okay, good.
All right. I'm a volunteer.
Okay, good.
I'm Valerie.
I'm Mark. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Our main focus for being out there is to make sure that our kids are safe, that they're safe leaving the house to school and then from school back home.
But then how about at night? If we're going out like tonight, is there
If it's a quiet night, they might stay out for 2 hours.
Yeah, about 2 hours.
Yeah.
a couple hours?
We prefer that you always have a partner when you patrol.
Okay.
Partner.
That way,
And
one
the patrols are always in car or?
No, we do
sometimes
foot
on
patrols too.
You do both?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Sounds good. I think you guys are doing a great job and
Right.
anxious to try to help out in my own little way, you know.
For tonight's patrol, Mark will be paired with Randy, a 28-year-old father of 3 who has been volunteering with Man since its inception in 2007.
When I'm walking around the neighborhood with you, what am I supposed to be looking for?
Well, you know, normally you're looking for anything that looks suspicious.
Okay.
But you look for things like, you know, blight, abandoned houses, anything out the ordinary, homes that you normally saw that were boarded up that's now been kicked in, and things of that nature.
Okay.
Like right now, it looked like that door was kicked in, but it's still boarded up. That's just a gate that's on the outside. You know, you just want to keep just a general eye on it.
How about with the school being next door? Do kids ever hang out around here or not?
You know, for some reason, kids find the darndest place to hang out at.
Mm-hmm.
Like somewhere like this is dangerous. I mean, nobody can see you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you might hear screams, but look how big the field is.
Right.
It's dangerous. Now, right here, this is house I grew up at.
Oh, really? This one right here?
Yep. This would be my room right here where this window is.
Right here is your bedroom.
That was my bedroom.
Okay. Let's bring back some memories, huh?
Some memories better than others. Some memories better than others. You know, the sad part about some situations is that gunshots become regular. So hearing them, you don't really think or jump up about it because you hear them sometimes. Mm-hmm. And You know, I remember hearing them. I remember it was 6 shots. You know what I mean? It was like, top, 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 top. And I didn't think nothing about it. And I remember hearing just a scream that paralyzed you. And it was my mother's scream. And when I ran to this door, and I saw my mother sitting right here, and my father was in her arms. And I remember she was just yelling like, Randy, he been shot. Randy, he been shot. And everything went into panic mode. I mean, it was just so, whew, I need a minute.
Sorry.
He, right there, he died on arrival to St. John Hospital. And, you know, I remember the news people coming, and, you know, having to talk to him. I just remember thinking to myself that, you know what? If somebody had to saw more than what they saw, or if somebody been able to pick out and say, you know, I think I saw this person exactly, beyond a shadow of a doubt, if I think I saw their car. And one of the main reasons I do this is because, God willing, one day if something happened, I want to be able to tell somebody something. I want to be able to tell them, yeah, I seen that person. You know, I don't want that to happen to nobody again.
It's just terrible, and it's sure something he's going to have with him for the rest of his life. And yet, he's out there, you know, taking his own life in his hands to try to keep things from happening to other people.
For the past 2 days, secret millionaire Mark has been living in the real estate wasteland of Detroit. The city has the lowest home ownership rate in the country, and some properties are listed for $1 and still have no buyer.
Half of the city looks like it was hit like a bomb or something, like there was a war, you know, just like deserted, abandoned.
Mark is hoping to share his wealth with people making a difference. He has met one organization so far and is on the lookout for more worthy causes.
Interesting.
Young Detroit Builders. Young adults rebuilding the community. Okay, let's go inside.
Hi.
Mark, nice to meet you.
Hi, Bev, Nana, how are you?
Hi, nice to meet you. I was wondering if I can spend a few minutes and find out all about Young Detroit
sure.
Builders.
It's a comprehensive program that is helping young people, young adults, really 18 to 24-year-olds, transform their lives. The way the program works, they spend half their time in the classroom, and then the other half of their time, they're on the job. They learn how to build homes.
As I drive around Detroit, I see there's a lot of abandoned homes.
Yes, those are the homes that we fix up. The mission of our housing construction is to build and either rehabilitate existing housing or build new housing for low-income families or disabled individuals.
Is there something I could do to volunteer?
Absolutely.
Put me to work. Put me I'm ready.
Yeah, okay.
Over the past 17 years, Young Detroit Builders have rebuilt 800 homes in the neighborhood.
Hey, how are you? I'm Mark.
Hey,
nice to see you.
Good morning.
Hey, hi, Mark. How are you?
Jerry is our construction manager.
Oh, great.
And Derek is one of our construction trainers.
Oh, great, great.
And also a former student and a graduate of the program.
Wow, right. I'm just starting out. She's going to show me around, and then she might put me to work here. I'm trying to help you build a couple of houses.
You can count on it. All right. What we got going is we got a sprayer set up, Mark.
Okay.
As you spray, a liner is going to come right behind you and back row.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. So, Alana, tell me, how long have you been involved with this organization?
For about 2 months now.
Tell me about your background. You're from Detroit?
I'm from Detroit. I had a lot of struggles growing up in Detroit.
What kind of struggles did you have? Did you make it through high school? Or
No,
not?
I didn't make it to high school. I had my first child at 18, and I dropped out of high school. My parents was on drugs. My mom, she left me when I was 2, and mentally going through a lot of things, trying to deal with a lot of issues. Why my mama leave me? Why don't nobody care about me? Why don't nobody love me? You know, and after to be on my own, I was struggling. I started drinking heavily. It became an everyday habit. I was doing what I had to do as a mother, but I still was doing extra drinking, extra partying, you know.
Right. Were you on drugs yourself?
No, I wasn't. I was just an alcoholic.
Okay, all right.
Drugs was never an issue because I looked at my family like that's not what I want to do.
Go there, yeah. And how has this organization helped you?
It taught me how to be consistent and determined and motivated. Coming through this program, I would get my GED, I would get certification in construction and carpentry. That means other doors would be open for me. Now I can go to college. Now I can do something to show my kids, like, if I can do it, you can do it, and better than I did it.
Have you found a lot of the people who are enrolled here have had similar problems?
We all had the same issues and same problems, so we build the family within ourselves.
So the family you didn't have, you're making up for it here.
Yep.
You're pretty amazing.
Thank you.
Absolutely. All right, let's paint. Let's paint. Back to the paint.
People go bad for a lot of reasons, but I think if you don't have a reasonably decent upbringing and a decent home and a mother and father that are doing their job, then the deck is stacked against you.
I think Beverly's awesome for caring about these young kids and trying to get them to straighten out their life. We'll see you guys again.
Okay, Mark. Thanks so much.
Bye. Have a good one.
It's the third day on Mark's secret millionaire mission.
Here in Detroit, I've met some organizations that are definitely doing good things to help the community and the neighborhood that really have a strong interest in trying to help people one-on-one. And particularly, I'm concerned with people who have health issues. So I did a little bit of research, and I found this organization called Really Living. And I'm going to go out there today and meet them and see if I can help in some way. John?
John Cook, yes, I am.
John, I'm Mark. How are you?
Hey, how are you?
Very nice to meet you.
2 people die every day in Michigan due to a lack of insurance. So 39-year-old John, a former limousine driver, founded Really Living to offer Detroit's uninsured patients free transportation to medical appointments.
I'm a dialysis patient. You know, I've been on dialysis for about 20 years. I guess I deal with it okay now, but for years I did, feel like, well, why me? And wrestle with it for a long time. I used to see patients at the dialysis clinics that were really sick, sitting in the lobby for hours after a treatment because they didn't have anybody to come get them. I just decided to quit feeling sorry for myself, and maybe I was meant to help.
That's really wonderful.
And then, another thing too, when, you have an illness that could kill you, you're always cognizant of your mortality, and I'm also concerned with how my daughter will view me and what people, will tell her about her father.
How old's your daughter?
5. So, I just want to make sure she knew her father was a good guy and tried to help as many people as possible.
I'm sure she knows her father's a good guy. My wife had diabetes, and so she got a lot of treatment or whatever, but, we were fortunate enough that she had good insurance and that I could afford good medical care, but I understand a lot of people don't have that.
And we get calls every day for transportation. I have a ledger full of names.
More people than you're able to tell me right now.
Without question.
Does anybody need a ride today? I've got a driver's license. Put me in a van or something. Let me.
I wish I had a van to put you in, but if you have a car, then...
Let me go drive some people to the doctor and,
we need all the help we can get, and I certainly appreciate you volunteering.
I do everything I can.
Today, Mark will be both driver and caretaker for a client.
Hi, I'm Mark.
Mark?
You're
Matt.
Matt, okay.
This is one of our favorite people, so be careful.
Oh, absolutely. I'm going to drive more careful than I drive by myself.
For the past 8 months, Matt has been depending on Really Living to transport him to dialysis appointments.
I'm in the back room, which we call the VIP section.
The VIP section?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
My blood circulates through this machine, and that's what cleans the blood. This is my kidney.
That's your kidney?
Yeah.
This organization is important because a lot of people don't have the money. They can't get to the doctor, or let's say if you have dialysis, you have to get there 3 days a week, back 3 days a week, and maybe you can't drive, or maybe you're on some kind of, medical program or insurance or whatever, and they just don't pay for that.
Mark? Yes? This is Courtney.
Hi, Courtney, how are you?
Mark drove me to dialysis today.
Oh, how wonderful.
I'm trying to help out, and I met
nice.
John and his organization.
I love Really Living, and I've never seen anything like this before.
How long have you, been on the dialysis? How long have you?
4 years ago, I had a transplant. I got a kidney.
I had a kidney.
I had a kidney transplant.
What happened?
It lasted a good 3 years, and my transplant had failed. I have to think positive, and I have to stay positive. I definitely have hope for another kidney. I'm on the waiting list. They told me about 4 more years. So I'll be doing this for about 4 years.
Courtney is just a young gal. She had a happy face, and yet, you know, she's going through all this pain. I'm trying to volunteer and help out, perhaps help out with Really Living and help John. And so let me ask you, what could help you out?
I just recently moved into my apartment, and I definitely have things that, like, I need moved around because it's too heavy for me.
I see. Well, I'm sure I could probably do things like that. That's such an easy request.
It is
such an easy request. You don't demand much.
No, it's not easy to me. No, well, anything you do would be wonderful for me.
It's kind of mind-blowing what people go through, and so they keep plugging away, and the hopes that all of them have were to basically get a kidney. If I could write a check and buy kidneys, I'd give every penny I have, buy every person a new kidney, and I'd stay in this house in Detroit, and you know, I could do with nothing because I have my health. And it's just very touching.
Detroit is a city struggling to survive. For the past 4 days, Mark has been experiencing the desperation firsthand as he searches for people who are making a difference.
I'd like to go by young Detroit builders and find out a little bit more what they're doing, how they're being funded. Let's go inside. Can you and I just talk for a moment?
Sure,
Just wanted to pick your brain on something for a minute.
Okay.
A couple questions here. How much does it take a year to run? I mean, do you have like a amount of money that you come in, whether it's for donations or whatever? Like, how much does it take?
Our annual budget?
Yeah.
We've shrunk by about $350,000 just in the last 3 months because Detroit is in very dire economic straits.
I know,
the city itself,
yeah.
its budget is in a huge deficit.
Right. What keeps you going every day? Why? Because it's not just the paycheck. I'm sure the paycheck is not the reason.
It's not the paycheck at all. No. What feeds my soul is working with young people. One of the struggles to raising money, it's a lot easier to say, I want to give $60 million to young kids, you know, who make nice, wonderful, make you feel warm and fuzzy, than to look at our young adults who people can say, well, they messed up. They didn't successfully stay in school and complete it, so why should we want to give them money? It's one of the challenges of running this program. And so that's why I do this. Now I get all emotional, but we underestimate the wisdom that the lives that these young people have had to face from very young ages of what they've learned. And I feel honored that I've been able to learn from them because they are so strong and resilient. And every year I say, this is it, I'm going to retire this year. And then I get kind of captured by the need.
Well, all I can say is you are a saint.
No, I'm not a saint.
You're amazing. No. I'll give you a hug. You're great. You're great. I really enjoyed it. I'm very impressed. I admire people who are givers, who help other people. And Beverly's donated her life to what she's doing. And what more can somebody give than that?
Tonight, Mark will be joining Randy on another Man Network patrol.
Ready to do this patrol?
Let's do it.
All right.
You've lived here your whole life, Randy?
I lived here my whole life.
This is home for you.
So this has been home.
So I noticed when I go down to gas stations a lot, people seem to like be hanging out and stuff like that. And I'm guessing, is that often a place like they're selling drugs or something, or?
Not necessarily. It could just be where it's a group of kids, you know, everybody hanging out in the corner or hanging out somewhere. I believe that all kind of stuff that you ain't got no business doing is normally done where normally not a lot of eyes can see, or, you know, where you least suspect it. So that's why you just always got to keep your eye open for everything. Like if we look right here, you see it's an incident right here that just happened. It's a motorcycle incident.
Wow.
I noticed this person laying there on the pavement, and there's probably about 15 people around. And I noticed one person, you know, checking the motorcycle rider's pulse and other people trying to comfort this person.
See, there's a lot of the time, this is the part of Detroit that people don't see. The part where the good people that's trying to do something. We can call 911.
Absolutely.
Yes, I would like to report a motorcycle accident. You know, I pray and hope he all right.
Yeah.
I see people moving out of Detroit. And you know, the media saying alarming rates. It's some wonderful people still here. When people trying, and people that care about their city, and we're not running away from problems. What we're doing in the community right now, when people see them shirts, it's just like a presence. They know that we out here trying to do something good for the community.
Thank you for what you're doing for the neighborhood.
You know, Detroit gets a bad rap because of some of the problems they have. But I would say that 99% of the people in Detroit care about their city, they care about their community. So it's probably the 1% we hear about all the time that make all the problems, perhaps. You know, one bad apple spoils the bunch.
Good to see you, good to see you.
Having a good time.
Hey,
How are you?
how are you? Hey, my friend, how are you? My neighbor. Hey, how are you? Mark, I'm trying to make a hamburger over for dinner, but I don't have any cooking oil. Do you have just a drop of cooking oil? I mean, just like this much.
What? Water instead of cooking oil. We use water. Just a little bit at the bottom.
And you just put the hamburger on water?
Yeah, the steam and cook it.
So it just doesn't
better.
stick to the pan?
Right.
I'll go back and try it.
Try it.
It's probably better for me anyway.
It is.
Thanks, you guys.
You got survived in Detroit.
Thanks. All right. You know, it's funny. I've lived in my house for 4 or 5 years. I've been here a few days, and I feel a little closer and more connected with the people here than I do who are my neighbors back in California.
Mark has been on his secret millionaire journey for 5 days. Tonight, he will decide how to share his wealth with deserving people in the Detroit community.
I'm going to help Courtney today. She's a client of Really Living.
And today I wanted to go and meet her and spend a little more time with her, get to know her, and find out about her story. Hi.
Hey.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, good. Good to see you.
Exhaustion is a side effect of dialysis. Really Living extends beyond transportation to offer household help as well.
Put me to work.
I can
volunteer.
put you to work.
Get out the whip and let me do something.
I was gonna do this, but honestly, I'll probably fall downstairs.
Okay,
and try to do this downstairs in my storage.
Courtney has some things that she wants to put down in the storage, and she doesn't have the strength to do that, so I help her by kind of cleaning some things out and putting them in the storage area down in the basement. And
it was not only helping her with the chores around the house, but just spending some time letting her know that people care about her and care about her daughter.
That's my daughter right there.
Oh, that's her.
That's her school picture.
Oh, okay.
Her name's London.
Oh, she's cute. Look at that little nice smile.
She's actually up north for vacation with my dad and my stepmom.
So how old is she now?
She's 4.
Okay, so because you were on dialysis, has this affected her health? How is she doing? What's...
I had her at 27 weeks.
27 weeks. Wow.
That was right under 7 months.
Okay.
And she was 1 pound, 10 ounces. They had to give her emergency colostomy. It was a 6-hour operation. And then that ended up going bad. And very stressful, very traumatizing for her, you know? That was the surgery that they just did 3 months ago. Now she only has half of her colon. And she ended up staying in the hospital for 2 months straight. And that's when my transplant failed. When she went in the hospital, my kidney transplant failed.
she has a double burden. You know, she has dialysis, and on top of it, she has all the problems that her daughter has with her health. You know, she's 24 years old. She's a young kid. And I just feel bad what she has to go through in life.
You're going through so much with yourself and your daughter. If I could wave a magic wand or somebody and say 3 wishes could come true, what would they be?
For my daughter to be happy and healthy.
Make your daughter healthy and happy. Okay? That's wish number 1. But you get 2 more wishes. What's the second wish?
That's all I want. Thank you so much, Mark. You're such a good person.
Oh, you're sweet. Can I get a hug? Oh.
I'm so glad you got to come.
You're so sweet.
It really does mean a lot to me.
Well,
It does.
thank you.
I need more people like you.
I've always thought it's good to do things for people, but I guess maybe I didn't quite realize how much they appreciate it and how important it is. So I've learned a lot.
All these people have one thing in common, and that is they're all fighters. There's a little bit of saying, okay, this one's needs some help, and then all of a sudden the next day I see something, I say, wait, I want to help that one. I think they're all good causes, but I think there are some that need my help more than others.
I have to kind of put it all together and make some big decisions before I leave Detroit.
For the last 6 days, Mark has been living in one of Detroit's worst neighborhoods while he searches for people he can help. Today, he will finally reveal his true identity and give away a share of his fortune.
Today's an exciting day. I was up half the night actually thinking about it. It's been an incredible experience meeting these people.
And I'm looking forward to giving out some gifts to people and causes that I really believe in.
I let my heart be my guide, and I think I'm doing the right thing. I think the money that I'm giving in every case is going to help. I think everybody's going to be appreciative and grateful. I'm excited to do it. I can't wait to get into this first organization. I'm excited to see these guys because I feel a real bond with them, and I believe in what they're doing. I just wanted to stop by for a moment because I'm getting ready to go back to San Diego.
Okay.
But I wanted to say it was quite an experience going out with Randy. Randy's a great guy, and I'm impressed with him in a lot of ways, that he cares about the community and he's a good father. I just want to say that I think what you guys are doing is really commendable. You're definitely making a positive impact.
Thank you for that.
You know, I told you a little bit about myself, but I didn't tell you everything there is to know about me. And something I left out when I told you about myself is that back in California, I've done pretty good in real estate. And I have in my pocket a little donation, a little check made out to the Man Network, and it's for $10,000. Wow. And I want to give it to you.
Thank you.
Wow.
Hey. So much.
Thank you.
Wow. God bless you.
I admire every one of you guys, and I think that money can be put to use in a lot of ways, but I'm sure you know what you can do with it.
Yeah, man. You know, we care about this community. And, whew. You know, sometimes the patrol on fumes.
Yeah.
No gas. Oh, man, we never look for nothing monetary. Seeing kids safe and being able to play, and people coming outside being able to feel free in their neighborhood, that's a price, you know, that is price that, you know, we can't do. And, you know, that's all. I'll leave it right there. You kind of feel like I'm dreaming right now. We do this because we love this community. And that seed that Mark just planted to us, $10,000 in me, that's going right back to the community.
Wow.
I'm excited to go see this next organization because I think they're helping turn lives around and also helping the young people. Beverly.
Hey, Mark, what brings you back?
Well, I just wanted to come by and say hello. First, I want to tell you how much I enjoyed volunteering for your organization, Young Detroit Builders. I am very impressed by what you have done and that you've taken these young people who come up from a messed up background and you put them on the right direction in life. And I think you are to be congratulated for what you give back.
I'm glad you did get a lot out of it.
I think what you do is fabulous, and I think you're a fabulous person. And, you know, when I came here, my goal was to volunteer, but also to find somebody helping people, somebody helping the city of Detroit. And I told you a little bit about myself. There's a few things I didn't tell you. You know, I've had the good fortune to be an investor for years and be somewhat successful in real estate.
Wow.
And I want to give you a little something, and I would like to donate a little check to you for Young Detroit Builders for $40,000.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Wow. Oh, my God. This means so much, Mark. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh.
Good things happen to good people. You're a wonderful person, and I know you're gonna put that to good use.
It's just wonderful, Mark.
Oh, come here a second.
This is absolutely amazing because a miracle just happened. It revives my spirit and my hope in him so that I can go forward, because sometimes it gets hard to keep that hope going. And this restores my hope and my faith. He just gave us a check for $40,000.
I think Beverly's great, and you guys are all awesome, and just keep doing what you're doing, and God bless all of you. I'm happy to do it.
Thank you.
You guys deserve it. Beverly was overwhelmed. She was so appreciative, and it really feels good. But I'm not done yet.
Secret millionaire Mark has been recognizing unsung heroes within the Detroit community. He's on his way to really living to surprise John, who transports patients to treatment despite his own life-threatening disease.
Hey, how are you this afternoon?
John, how are you?
I'm great. How about yourself?
Yeah, good. Just wanted to come by and say so long and tell you, that I really enjoyed having the chance to find out about really living. I think what you're doing is unbelievable. I mean, you put so much effort into helping other people and helping people with dialysis. And so I just want to tell you how much I think of you and your organization and the good you're doing. You're helping people.
We're just trying to do what we can. I appreciate you volunteering. I wish we had more people like yourself, but...
When we talked, got to know each other, and I told you a little bit about myself.
Right.
Something I didn't tell you is that I'm a successful businessman, and I have something in my pocket here, and it's a little gift to help out what you're doing, and I'd like to make a donation to such a good cause, and I have a check made out to Really Living. It's for $40,000.
Oh, man. I appreciate it, man. You just don't know how many more people we can help,
It's the least I can do. You are such a giving person, and I want, in my way, I want to give something to you and everybody that I saw. You guys move me, and John.
Thank you very much.
These people have enough to cope with, and they don't need any more. So it's just going to make things a little bit easier. I know it's going to do a lot of good. I have one more stop to make. Everybody I've met in Detroit has affected me, but there's nobody who's affected me like this next individual. This person's been through a lot, and I'm going to give them a very special gift. Hey.
Hi.
Hi, Courtney, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good
Come
to see
on
you.
in.
Thank you. I came by because I'm going to be heading back to California pretty soon, but I wanted to stop by and visit with you for a couple of minutes, okay? When I heard all that you go through, I figured, at the age of 24, you've been through more stuff than people should have to go through in a lifetime. Yet you were so sweet, and you were like so nice, and you kind of touched my heart. You put yourself last and your daughter first, and that shows me a couple things. It shows me about a beautiful heart, but also shows me that you're an awesome mother.
Thank you.
You're such a special person, and you've been through so much. There's like one thing I left out when I was telling you about myself.
What's that?
And the thing I didn't tell you is that life has been pretty good to me. I've, been lucky, and I've made a lot of money in the real estate business. And I didn't tell you, but I'm a millionaire.
What?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. I'm
well, good for you. That's so cool.
Anyway, yeah, it is cool. But anyway, Courtney, I have a gift that I think is gonna hopefully.
What do you want to get?
Because I want to do something to make your life a little better.
What are you doing?
And I have a check made out to you, Courtney, for $20,000.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. This is a gift.
No.
When you get a gift, you take it, you accept it.
Are you for real?
Yes, I am for real. I am very much for real. I'm for real.
I've never had this much money before. I've never had this much money before.
This is real. Courtney.
This is really real.
This is real. I wouldn't kid you
Good
about
things
this.
don't happen to me.
Oh, come here. And you're making me cry.
I don't know anything about this.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I just want to provide for my daughter, give her a nice place to live, a nice life. Like, I just want to have a nice life for her. I want her to have nice clothes and good pair of shoes. And...
See, this shows how great you are. Everything's your daughter and nothing for you.
Okay,
You know?
I'll get a new pair of shoes.
I see what she's going through, and, you know, she breaks my heart. And I wanted to do something nice for her and help her life. It's been a great experience. It's been one of the best experiences in my life. Not everybody has money they can give away, but everybody can give some of their time and some of their love to people, and it would be a better world if everybody would do that. It's time to give back.